What do you got there?
I got a cigar.
You got a stogie?
It's an AJ Fernandez. This is one of the cigars that our buddy over Omar told us to get.
Yeah, Stony Omar. Okay,
Yeah.
I just got to stop saying that because it's just what I think of, and I don't know. Like I said, that term somebody told me about. People are familiar with zigzag rolling papers, and they have that little guy's head on them.
Yeah.
Somebody once told me that it was
His name was
his
Omar.
name was Stony. No,
Oh.
it was Stony Omar.
Okay.
And I always took it to heart. So I don't even know if that's true. Somebody out there could probably like was it cross check?
Yeah,
cross
for
check.
sure.
They can cross check my my knowledge.
Your
on that.
references.
They probably were just stoned and were fucking with me.
All right, yeah.
Do you
so
want to do an intro?
I'm going to do a quick
okay,
little
that's fine.
intro. We've been on vacation, I guess you could say, for a little while. We don't have a whole lot going on today. We're just going to be shaking off the rust, talking about a lot of stuff that's kind of happened in the last 6 months. It's been 6 months
What, since we've done this?
since we've done a podcast.
Jesus.
6 months.
I would have said like 2.5.
Well,
mine.
it might actually be longer because our last one I couldn't use.
Oh, that's
because,
right.
Yeah,
That was a bummer because
Yeah.
that was a really good one. Folks out there,
it was a
you
good.
missed a great podcast.
It was a phenomenal podcast. We'll do it again next summer. All right. So anyway, what we've been doing in our time off is all coming up in the next few seconds.
The Capital Brew Podcast with 20 North Dave and Nick Lee. What's brewing in the 518?
All right, man. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Scooter. My pal, your pal, Scooter, hooked me up with this cigar, this AJ Fernandez, the New World cigar there that I actually bought a bunch of these off of Omar at That's a Great cigar shop.
Down on Erie Boulevard.
Down on Erie Boulevard.
Now, I don't know where he got them, but I'm impressed and it's psyched up that you recognize them right away.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like your knowledge from,
It's
from there.
growing.
Yeah, right. You got
You know what's
something
funny?
stuck. You threw something at the wall. It's stuck.
It's funny. It's like the cigar stuff. Like, this isn't a cigar podcast, but because we do the cigar shows
like
every
Omar.
once in a while.
He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
Omar, and we also had our buddy over there at the from the boy, that's escaping me right now. What is the hot dog shop there? We
Wait,
haven't.
Mike's newest?
No, our buddy up in Clifton Park.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Okay, you're gonna laugh. There's a true story. It was Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
And he's at the
but it's
doghouse.
Doghouse. That's the name.
It's in the actual name.
Yeah, Doghouse and
But
Beer
anyway,
Garden.
Pete went up there and had their. I think he said it was their Mexican. Now I'm gonna apologize right up front if Ben happens to listen to this because I wasn't paying close attention because all I could think about was the sliders that they have there.
They're good too.
Oh my God! I told Pete, I go, you were there? I'm like, dude, did you try the sliders? He's like, no, I ate a hot dog. It's called the Doghouse.
Yeah.
I started laughing. I go, I know, but honestly, like their sliders are banging. But he had their. It wasn't even a hot dog. I want to say it was like a sausage. I'm gonna apologize again to Ben because I can't remember what it was. But Pete said it was fantastic.
Yeah, like a chorizo.
I don't know if it was. See,
Okay.
now like it's terrible because I just literally talked about it like 3 hours ago. Not
Wait.
even.
I know. I think they do have like a chorizo dog. They also have definitely another type of sausages. They have like a couple different kinds.
I mean, they're fantastic. So it's
phenomenal.
funny you mentioned that. You were thinking about the Doghouse,
Yeah.
and my partner's brother and his boss ate there today.
Yeah.
Pete said it's his first time.
Oh wow!
So that's why I was like, oh, did you try slider? He's like, no, I just had a. I'm like, all right.
What do you
I
have to
haven't been there
drink?
A lot. Nothing, I don't think. No, they were working.
No, they were working.
They were on the job.
That's tough to go into the
It's not like- they
Doghouse
don't-
and Beer Garden.
They don't
and not,
work at a bar like yours truly, where he can bang drinks down whenever he feels
It's like a, yeah. Man, I wish I could have
a
worked.
charmed
too.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
the charmed life.
Yeah, let's see. Like, so
Okay, so what were you doing since we have done a podcast?
a lot has happened.
You don't have to like spell it out every.
No.
generalities.
I bought a boat,
You bought a boat.
but it's a canoe.
Okay, see, I was
two-person
all right.
canoe.
I was
But
gonna bring up the. You know what the joke is
no.
about
It's,
boats?
oh yeah, the best day and the worst day.
The best day and the worst day. Or what does boat stand for? Break out another 1,000.
Yeah, really
Or a big
great.
hole in the water you just chuck money into.
Well, you're not making me feel better because there's actual follow up to that. I bought a boat. I bought the canoe, the 2-person canoe,
Yes.
and Jess and I we like to go camping, and we've gone to a couple of campsites that you can only get to via canoe. It's awesome camping.
places.
We did a bunch of that over the summer, but my father decided to buy a new boat. And now he's got 2 boats. And now needs to get rid of a boat. And just said, come take it. It's yours.
Wow.
So now I got a
So
sailboat.
what is it?
It's like a 22-foot sailboat.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're not going to deal with that.
What's that?
You don't want to deal with that.
I said I'll take it.
Yeah, just sell it.
No, well, I could
Sell
do
it
that.
for big money.
But here's the thing, too, is that it's got a retractable keel, so it can tread in 2 feet of water. And obviously the sail comes off.
Well,
so
yeah.
we've been putting around
You're talking about the mast.
the mast. I don't know how to sail. I know nothing about sailing.
Dude, I know less if that's possible.
Well, no, you don't. You knew what it was called.
I knew what a mast was.
Yeah,
That's not rocket science.
I called it a pole.
It was a Festivus pole.
Yes. So the pole is off, and we've putted around the Mohawk
What
River.
kind of
a couple
motor
times.
is
It's
that?
got like a 10 horsepower,
horse, yeah, like
11
outboard.
horsepower
Yeah.
Honda outboard. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
So now,
Trust me, I've been a boat owner for a long time.
yes.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Get
So-
rid of them as fast as you can.
So now
Run away.
we're also looking for a house.
Whereabouts?
I would like to be anywhere from like Glenville to Dwaynesburg.
Yeah, that's a pretty specific location.
Yeah, dead smack in the middle of that location is Mariahville. So we looked at a couple of houses in Mariahville, right on the lake, and that was nice. The one, they go quick. They don't, there was one that was around for a
that lake.
while.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, awesome. There used to be a small golf course up there.
yeah,
on
there
that
was
lake.
actually.
Is
That's
it
funny.
still there?
No, that's gone. I drove by it, and it's just like crazy because I know exactly where it was.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They had a little clubhouse right there.
Yeah, you go past the lake. You go past what's Frosted Acres or whatever.
Frosty Acres.
Frosty
Is that what it
Acres,
is?
whatever.
I don't know.
Where they used to have Camp Bisco. And
Yeah.
you stay to the right. You get to that fork in the road or the T in the road. You stay to the right, and there it is off on the left hand side. And the clubhouse is still there. The driving range, the roof thing, I think is still there. And it was funny because on the clubhouse is now a house.
Really?
And when you look at it on their front porch, they have one of the plaques for one of the holes on there.
kidding.
And I was like, I swear to God, there used to be, like, because Jess and I were out there driving around looking at houses. I was like, I swear to God, there used to be a golf course right here.
Out there, you're probably near Back Barn.
Yeah. We stopped at Back Barn on the way back.
Yeah, you're probably out. I was just going to say.
I actually have a bunch of Back Barn stories.
We're right now. We it's 20 North. Everybody probably remembers. Have Back Barn. Their Shenanigans Stout
Oh, nice.
on. And I'm telling you, it sells very well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say those ladies do a great job. Or
And Klaus.
and Klaus. All right, you beat me to it. I was gonna say and Klaus. But yeah, they do a great job.
Yeah, Nicole, Brenda,
Yep, Brenda, Nicole,
and Klaus.
You got it.
So I ran into them a bunch of times over the summer and into
Where were
the
you?
fall. So we went out to actually it was the same day. No, we went out to there was a Sharon Springs
Oh, wow,
fall
I've been
like
there.
festival. Like
Up by when you were going out to
Yeah.
Cooperstown.
yeah, we didn't go that far.
Yes.
Yeah, we have friends that live out there, and we stayed the
Oh
weekend
yeah,
with
I've been
them.
there as a youngster.
Yeah, me too.
The village of Sharon Springs is
Yeah, quick.
something to behold.
It's beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. Getting down into that valley,
Yeah.
for anybody who knows what I'm talking about, it was very similar to Ballston Spa.
Yeah,
It was a heyday. Like their heyday was, the turn of the century, the 18 to 19.
Yeah, what's that
where
big-
people believed that springs had healing powers.
Yeah.
So that these towns would spring up that had these baths. And like when I was a kid,
That's what it is, a bathhouse.
It was a bathhouse. Yeah, I was going to get into this. We're already getting off subject already.
It's-
As a child, we used to go out there and fish.
Yeah.
My father and my uncle. And one day they were like, hey, let's go check out Sharon Springs. And we actually went into the village and walked down to the abandoned bathhouses.
Yeah.
They're right along the river. They're right along where
The
that river
creek
cuts
or whatever,
through.
yeah.
Where it cuts through. And you can see the original bathhouses, like where, like I said.
Yeah.
Like, and there were rich and famous. This was a big rich and famous thing. Where there were also in the village these massive, elaborate hotels.
Oh yeah, there's that one big one. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful
Yeah.
because it's been, but there were still a bunch of them that were abandoned.
Yeah.
And that we drove around town actually stopping and going into these abandoned hotels, or back then they were sort of like B&Bs. This hotel we think of as like a large hotel.
Yeah.
Back then it would be like, like 6 rooms
Yeah.
might be a hotel. and we would go through them, and you could see that like homeless people had been
like squatting,
but you could see the elaborate, village that had all these people staying in here all the time because that was a wealthy person's resort.
For sure.
And it was pretty impressive as a child to see that, all the baths.
Yeah.
Like all the, obviously it's kind of creepy now.
Yeah.
But.
There's the main drag there. When you take a right down to the main drag,
yes.
There's that big, beautiful hotel that's on the left. You got the Beekman place there. The original Beekman. There's the one now in the Mohawk Harbor, but there's the original one that's in the town that's still there. And that's on your left, and on your right-hand side, it's got that beautiful hotel. That hotel looks like they're doing a good job. They had bands playing on it, and it looks beautiful, nice and clean. Around the corner was another big building with like little cottages in the backyard, or the back behind it.
Yeah, yes.
So there was like in-house, and then there was these little cottages. That one looked a little beat up, but it looked like somebody was working on it. So I don't know when the last time you've been there, but you might want to go down there because the town, it looks like they're redoing stuff in that town.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, but Back Barn was there. I had what is that? What's that distillery that does like vodka in Middleburg?
Oh, I don't know.
It's good. Jeez, they were there. Cooperstown Distilling was there. So
wow, so it's a big party.
Yeah, I was drinking all day.
All right, now we've gone off on a terrible tangent.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where we were originally going to go with this today.
Well, what have you been doing?
I have been working, unfortunately, and for the viewers that have listened to us before.
Did you really trip?
Said viewers, listeners that have listened to us before. When we did a lot of podcasts, my schedule was very flexible.
Yeah.
I was working during the day. We could do it at night. Unfortunately, now that that things have lessened. Well, now we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had to take back my normal schedule.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, is almost the opposite of yours.
Yeah.
Which is why
it's tough for us to get together
now that we can't get together anymore because the little bit of free time that I have to spend with my significant other, everybody knows Jen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when I have a little bit of free time. I gotta, do it with her. Like
sure.
This was a luxury for us.
Yeah.
I love doing it, but unfortunately, my schedule changed. So I'm going to formally apologize to all our listeners.
No, it's all good. And you and I,
it wasn't easy.
You and I have had a conversation. I'm going to start putting podcasts together again and reach out to you. If you can do them, great. If not, then we're going to.
I really love doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
I love hearing myself talk. But yeah, no, it was an enjoyable thing. It's just it just wasn't when we started doing it. It was you and I had a lot of free time.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's admit
it.
it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was COVID.
Yeah, we had a lot of free time. Let's admit that.
Yeah.
Sadly,
my schedule's
now
gone
that's
great,
not the case.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, getting back to it, now that it's surprising to me. Now I'm talking about a relevant now subject. They brought back the mask thing.
Yes, the mask.
Yeah, I thought we were out from under. I figured, that's it. But
I think more than anything, it has to do with the holidays coming up.
It does. I think it was a little bit of. Okay, you know what? No, I'm just going to say.
I'm not saying right or wrong. I think this is their thought process.
But unfortunately, I thought this was behind us.
Yeah.
Now we're dealing with it again, unfortunately.
I think the thought process is that people are going to be getting together. So if we put a mask mandate together, then most likely we'll be able to. Or they believe that it would, right or wrong, they believe it's going to stop as many cases as there would be if there was no mask mandate.
One hopes, yes.
Yeah, and you know what? I wish this would just all go away.
Oh my God!
So,
one of my 3 wishes. Yeah,
exactly. COVID. Get rid of COVID.
Yeah, we're stuck with it. And we got to deal with it. And so
it is what it is.
That's another thing that we, and being me at my business, are having to deal with during the holiday. Unfortunately,
can I ask? Well, let me ask you. Like again, not talking about if it's right or wrong. With me working at the casino, we are a much more public company. Obviously. I handle the reputation management and social media and websites and that kind of stuff. And the backlash that we got, which is funny because New York State has put this mandate out. And basically what it came down to is we either had a choice to only allow vaccinated people in or make everybody wear a mask
Yes.
regardless of vaccination status. We took so much backlash that we like, how dare you make us wear masks again? You're sheep. Why are you complying? Here's why we're complying.
New York,
We are a casino.
yeah, you have to abide by New York State rules.
It's not like well, maybe New York
Yeah, we
State
didn't
won't
feel
come
like it.
today.
You know what? The old man's wrong. You know, like in A Few Good Men. The old man's wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, well, listen, he might not, but we still have to
do it.
abide by it, right?
It doesn't matter what.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
They put this Band-Aid out there, and it's not like we can sit there and say, well, maybe New York State won't walk into the casino today and catch people without masks on. That's not a
How many
possibility.
casinos are in New York State?
There's a good number of them.
But they're much less than bars, so
But-
they're going to show up in one of them.
Well, here's the point, too. They're guaranteed to show up at our building because they have an office filled with employees
Sweet.
every single day, 24 hours a day, around the clock. There was a New York State gaming regulation office right in our building with
That's cool.
like 6 people on at all times, around the clock.
Yeah.
We are not going to...
Not sneaking anything in.
Yeah, we're not sneaking.
No, I'll tell you real quick. For us,
Yeah.
Eric and I had to decide whether or not we were going to do one of two things: mask or require cards.
Yeah.
That was our two choices. And what we decided was we did not want to alienate any customers, so we said we opted for the mask.
Yeah.
Because that allows everyone to come in as
Yeah.
long as they're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we could change it. It's not like we can't change it.
No.
But when we both sat down and discussed it, we were like, hey, we preferred to go with the
Yeah.
allowing everybody
Yeah.
to come in.
For sure.
Because otherwise,
Why
people
would you
feel
deny
excluded.
somebody a Greg Allman burger?
You're excluding people. So that's how we
Yeah.
dealt with it. So,
Something interesting. I heard that Jay over at Excelsior is doing every other day. One day you gotta have proof of vaccination. The other day you gotta have a mask.
that seems
See, it sounds like he's trying to make everybody happy. And I wanted him to be on this
I don't know.
podcast. I didn't reach out to him. I
don't know.
keep telling him I'm going to.
I think that's really trying to walk a tightrope that's
Yeah.
not possible.
No. Well, was it Great Lakes or the Great Saginaw Brewing? I don't know what they originally did, but I know they released an apology afterward. So a lot of companies are getting backlash over something they have no control over.
We have 3.5 more weeks, I guess,
Yeah.
to deal with it. Hopefully. So,
And for like a week and a half.
yeah.
I'm gonna be in
Not
Texas.
just, it's not fun.
No.
Whatever.
So yeah, I'm leaving for Texas next week, the 22nd.
Are you coming back?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I will be back.
We're going to continue this.
Yeah, nobody's gonna care about actually, I don't know. There's some good breweries out in like Houston and Austin.
Yeah. You can bring your stuff with you.
I mean, how much does people? I mean, they sell Shinerbach.
Shinerbach's do really
I mean,
good
they
beer.
make Shinerbach in Texas.
I like Shinerbach. It's
Yeah.
a great beer.
I think it changed I think they changed the recipe when they got bought out, but I think it's still pretty good.
Doubtful, but okay.
I tried it. I had it
haven't tried
before
it.
and after. So
All right. See, doubtful, but I haven't tried it.
see, Shinerbach was like the Texas version of like Yingling before we got Yingling.
Okay, I don't know what to say to that. Yingling's
So,
been around here for much longer than Shinerbach.
Yeah, but for sure. But it wasn't always. You had to go to when I was in high school. You had to go to Pennsylvania to get it. They didn't-
Shinerbach?
No. Well,
I'm
you
just
had to
messing
go to
with you.
Texas to get Shinerbach.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Or you needed to be close to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Either way. Now we've now lost our original
We don't have a we don't have a game plan.
here. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't have someone to rely on to give us information about their new beer. But that doesn't mean you can't. If there's something new that you've seen
tried
while
all
you were
kinds of
gone,
stuff.
you can tell me about it.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
really know anything. Like,
I was out. I went on a lot of different trips. I went to a lot of different breweries.
locally or.
Well, in like New Hampshire. So I went to like Kettle.
I mean, that's what I hate to say that.
That's
what
pretty-
you're saying
yeah.
locally. In terms of breweries, locally isn't 20 minutes anymore.
No.
I have a lot of friends that consider locally
Traveling
a 2-hour drive
Vermont or
to pick up something that is not available through a normal distributor.
yeah,
I still think Treehouse is only available
in like Massachusetts.
to go get it there.
Oh no, it's Beer Tree.
I'm thinking of Treehouse. But,
Yeah.
I'm not giving them.
No, for sure. All right, so here's a photo I took at Kettlehead out in New Hampshire.
Those of you guys that can't see this,
They can
it's
see
in
go-
black and white.
They can go right to our Instagram page, the Capital Brew Podcast Instagram page, and it is a black and white photo. It is of inside Kettlehead. I would highly suggest what I'm drinking right there is a Mexican lager. It was really good.
What makes it a Mexican lager?
I don't know. We have to ask because, you know who else made one? Was Rare Form. They had the Mexican
Wait,
confetti.
Where's Rare Form again?
That's in Troy.
Yes, okay. It's right across from where we were with all the plants,
Close, yeah. It's close to there.
right?
It's like a block or two away, yeah.
That's my description for everyone, so I'll apologize right up front.
So that was the Troy Beer Garden.
yes.
That was the owner of June Farm, Matt Baumgartner's.
Yes.
Other.
yes.
Yep.
See, I'm a little slow on the uptake.
It's all good. I got stuff on there for that too. But I went to the Genesee Brewing.
Wait, what?
And Rochester. Where'd that go?
It's Rochester,
Yeah, Rochester. Rocha-cha.
the Genesee Brewing Company.
That's right. That's it right there. You can find that photo
where
right on
my
our-
original beer was brewed.
Yeah. I had a bunch of beer there.
For those of us who I'm sorry, I can't even speak right now. That's not good for a podcast. We do have Genesee Cream Ale.
Yes.
So-
So I know you were buying it by the can.
No, we have that.
So you have it.
So this is still a little side note, or maybe a little sell off.
What about the? Did you have the pineapple Kolsch? Not pineapple, grapefruit Kolsch.
No, negative.
That was delicious. We also, when I was out in Rochester, we went to Sager Brewing, and I'm not even going to try pronouncing the name of this other one here. Adirondack Brewing Company. Beer
Adirondack
Company?
White.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Let me see it.
It's right down there in the hashtags.
My eyesight
Ironic
is literally done.
Ironic Quint. So it's down here. It's not.
It's called Adirondack White.
Yeah, sure.
That's it. Trust
Sounds
me.
good. Yeah.
That's where House of Guitars is.
Is it? Yes, that was like a couple blocks away.
Yes, Adirondack White.
Like literally on the
That's
same
how
road.
it's
On the
said. I think
same
it's
side of the
obviously-
road.
Yes. Very
that
famous.
place
it's
was-
northern Rochester.
Yeah, that
near
place-
near the lake.
The guitar place had an amphitheater.
Yeah,
out
they're House of Guitars in Rochester is pretty
Yeah.
legendary.
That was neat. I liked my Rochester. My cousin got married out there.
All right.
So
All
I was
my
out there for
cousins
the-
live out there,
Oh, there you go.
so they also got married out there.
Yeah. It was at a golf course, Deer Park or something like that. It was a beautiful golf course.
Deer Park, that's good water.
Good golf, good water. And that's where I got introduced to High Noons.
The High Noons are actually ones
Delicious.
that actually have.
Vodka.
See they're not a seltzer.
Malt, yeah.
They actually have liquor in
Yeah.
them that they add to.
Have you been drinking those?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
They're delicious.
I'm sure they're great.
They're great for playing golf.
My significant other, my fiance, she likes them.
Yeah. You got to try one.
I probably tasted it.
Try
but I don't know.
the lime.
You know,
Lime is my favorite.
I'm kind of there's a lot of people that have gone to that, but I'm not one of them.
I drink everything.
Everything.
Let's see, what other trips have I? I've been to so many breweries. I mean, just go onto our Instagram and you'll see where we've been. I went to a Giants game, and I went around as the Capital Brew Podcast, and I was going up to different people tailgating and finding out what they were drinking, what they were eating, and that
Really?
kind of stuff. Yeah,
So you could have spliced it all together as like one podcast.
I did it as a video. It's like a minute and 30-second video.
It's a lot of work for a little time.
Yeah, well, whatever. It was a good time. I had a great time. I put it together. I'll show it to you before we leave today, just so you know what's on our social media.
Great.
So you can be. So if anybody asks you about our content,
I can be. What's the word I'm looking for? Like updated or whatever.
enlightened,
No, it's like on board or whatever.
brought up to speed,
Speed. That's good. I like that. Even though I'm not fast.
whatever power terms bosses like to use. Do you ever tell your employees to empower themselves?
God no.
We used to have a boss who'd say, treat this like your own business. Empower yourself. Find stuff to do when
Did
you're
they
done
also
with
say
it.
proactive?
Yeah, be
Yeah,
proactive.
okay, yeah. All right. That's. You already lost me there.
So me and a couple of the other guys, we call them buzzwords for idiots.
Yes, that's it. It's like somebody picks up on it and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's what we need to go with.
Yeah, we gotta say that
Yeah,
now.
right.
That sounds more professional. So what have you all right? So let's kind of go back to the bar. Obviously, in the time since we've last talked, I know it's kind of hit you a little bit. I don't know to the extent, but there's some serious staffing issues that we just couldn't get employees. I know at the casino we had a hard time finding people. We couldn't open up our poker room on time because.
Fortunately, we've had a pretty significant, solid staff, so I never had to worry about.
All right.
I never had to worry about that. You know, I mean, that's a discussion, which is a legitimate discussion regarding difficulty in finding employees. But we have been very fortunate. You know, we stayed relatively busy, so not too many people came and went. You know, we did lose a employee maybe.
Yep.
I mean, but I felt that that would happen anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People come and go.
Leave for a different opportunity, or
yes,
perfect.
Just
Good for them.
The bar business is actually a great business for people who are trying to bring up
Longevity,
children.
yeah.
You know, and being in a regular marriage,
Yeah.
it usually doesn't work out good.
If you're single and you need,
people who are, what I'm talking about.
yeah,
It doesn't work out good. But they moved on, and I wish the best for everybody that moves on. You know, frankly, I think it's great to be able to step away
for sure.
because it can be very difficult to get away because it's easy to fall into it.
Yeah.
But you get away, and I'm very happy for them. We sucked it up. We dealt with it. As best we could.
Are you still looking to hire somebody?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. We dealt with what we could.
For sure.
That that happens. It's a part of it. But I understand that a lot of other places don't have the same luxury, have it as good. Not luxury, but have it as good as we do.
Yeah.
I know that almost every time I see a bar or restaurant, they're looking for help. I mean, it's not easy. Things have changed a little bit, and if you think about it, as a bar owner, bar person, I see it. I don't know that everyone else who isn't sees it so much, but the fact that it's hard to staff your restaurant, bar, or whatever you call it, not just to staff it, but to have your food consistently good,
For sure.
And make everybody happy. That was something that was not easy, but that happened a lot. I hate to say, I don't see.
Well, look at the
I
Rock.
don't see a lot of places doing that anymore. It's I'm not sure where I'm looking to go with this, but
well, the Rock had Rachel. You have Eric. Rachel ended up leaving for another thing, and Dave was in the kitchen for God knows how long. I think he's got something else in the wings right now.
People get paid better to do something else that they'd like to do.
For sure.
And it's difficult.
Helps when your head cook is part owner.
Right. We, like I say, I'm so fortunate to have my partner. I understand the difficulty that other places have.
For sure.
It's not that you don't offer a good product, and it's not that you don't offer a good deal. It's that people don't want to do it. People finding people to do it for you is very difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
And I understand. They're getting paid better to go do some other job.
Yeah.
Maybe that they enjoy more.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You got to love the bar industry if you're in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's you got to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I guess you might say. And like I said, I'm lucky that my partner is the kitchen guy.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would be a absolute nightmare to have to deal with.
Have you ever been to the Naughty Pine?
Of course.
So you're going sometimes you go into Naughty Pine and they're your menu it's just whatever they feel like making that day.
Yeah.
So
I think that's great.
Yeah. You go in there
as a bar owner. I think that's great.
Yeah. Well, it's like you go in and one day it's like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or it's hamburgers.
I mean, people don't realize. I mean, it's difficult to man a bar to get everything. Everything on your menu every day that everybody wants,
No,
sometimes people might say, you know what, I'm just going to make it easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to serve the same drinks all the time, and I'm just basically going to serve food if people want it. Here's what I got. If not, I'll say this. We've had to cater to restaurantness.
Yeah.
A lot of bars have had to cater to restaurantness.
Yeah.
We went from being a bar that people ate some food at to a restaurant
For sure.
that some people drink at.
Well, you guys have
I'm not even joking.
above the bar food. You don't have your normal.
Once again,
it's
I can only
it's
see
considered
from this side, but
yeah.
I have, like, from my experience, like, we went from a bar that served food to a restaurant that serves drinks.
Yeah.
And it was, a lot of it was COVID.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that.
Well, I think
transformed.
Even before COVID, 20 North, like I said, you guys have pub fare food, right? That's the best way to describe your food. But your pub fare food is above average. There was times where myself and our friend Jesse, we would sit there and say, hey, let's go out and get a burger. You know, let's go out, grab a couple beers, and grab a burger. And it's like, well, where do you want to go? Well, we went to 20 North last night. Let's go somewhere different. It's like, all right, well, let's go to 151. You know what? They got good pizza and stuff, but I want a burger. I want a really good burger. All right, well, let's go to wherever. And then eventually, it's just like, you know what? Let's just go to 20 North.
Well, I have to give all the credit to my partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
He's the master.
The wings are phenomenal.
He's the master.
See, the thing is you guys are known for your wings, but I think above and beyond your burgers.
I agree totally. My favorite thing on the menu is the bruised almond.
Bruised almond, yeah.
No, hands down.
Yeah.
Enough chit chat about.
No, yeah. Let's switch gears. Last time you and I talked,
our bar.
You had and we're going to continue to talk about your bar. You were in talks with somebody about producing a collaboration beer. How did that turn out? Did that pan out?
No.
Okay.
Well, once again, the same reason that you and I haven't done
Just busy.
I've been busy.
Haven't been able to get
had time to get around to do that, and you know what? It's unfortunately not a priority to do it. You know what I mean? It's not like we have to worry about selling a different beer.
For sure.
I haven't, like I said, I feel bad, because normally this is a podcast that would cater to new beers and places and places I've been and places. I hate to say it, the busyness that I've had has precluded me from actually going out and enjoying, other beers.
I'm trying to think of a good beer for you to try that I've tried. I had a bunch of lagers. I got some lagers again from Back Barn. Back Barn makes so many good, good beers. Yeah,
quality.
I have not been to Great Flats in a while. I haven't been to Mad Jack in a while.
The Great Flats one was the one where we talked about the collaboration.
Yeah, I didn't want to say unless
it's all right.
Fell through.
I'm not gonna, harsh anybody. It's only my fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I just simply haven't had an opportunity to really sit down with them. It's just there's a lot.
At some point we gotta work on a Capital Brew podcast.
Well, I know.
Beer.
I agree. Because this was not, a normal podcast, and we couldn't really use where we are as a discussion point.
Speaking about where we are, I feel like I'm
super secret.
It's a secret location. I feel like I'm in the Skull and Bones,
cannot be discussed.
This top secret location. I feel like there's I got to give up some kind of secret in order just to be hanging out here.
You're part of the skull. You're a guest skull.
Oh yeah,
or whatever
exactly.
It might be. You're a guest skull.
I feel like I got to give up a personal you ever watch the movie Skull and Bones? Or no, it's a movie with Matt Damon where he's a head of the CIA and he was part of the Skull and Bones and he had to give up a secret in order to join.
Nope, never saw it.
No, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's supposed to be
I'm
a true story.
Matt Damon fan.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not I don't hate him, and I don't. Yeah. I'm trying to think of my favorite movie. It'd probably have to be one of the Bourne Supremacy ones. Or
yes. Oh wait. Is there a possibility we're break?
Yeah, right. For sure. I want a beer.
1 second.
So we're welcoming Scooter, the man who gave me this cigar, this awesome AJ Fernandez New World cigar here, which is phenomenal. It's funny, we were not to rehash the conversation that we had at the beginning of the show because we gave you credit, but we like to do podcasts where we pair cigars with beer, and we went to Omar's shop, the great cigar shop on Erie Boulevard.
Yep.
And
I was there earlier.
Yeah, he's the one who said to grab these cigars.
Yeah, they're very, very good cigars.
Yeah, and I appreciate you came in clutch. I seen everybody in here smoking cigars. I was like, man, I want a cigar.
You have a little box.
I have a whole box of cigars.
In the Skull and Bones lounge here.
Yeah, I try to keep a few cigars on hand in my locker just so I don't have to stop at the store every day and grab one on my way here. I like to come here after dinner every night and sit down and have a whiskey and a cigar and kick back.
That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it because One of my favorite things to do in the summertime is sit on the back porch, watch the sun go down, smoke a cigar with a bourbon on the rocks.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was getting old until I realized that it's turned into a thing that I go and have dinner around 5 o'clock. Then after dinner, I grab a cigar and a whiskey, and I sit down and, just kick back and enjoy and watch Little Wheel of Fortune.
Is Vanna still on?
Vanna is still on.
Are you kidding me?
And she is
She's
still.
got to be 180
Oh,
years old.
she is still smoking hot. I think she's. I think
No,
she's
I'm
like.
not even joking.
I think she's like 62 now.
She's got to be.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember her from when I was a kid, like being like 10 years old.
Oh yeah. I mean,
dude, 10 years old. That's 38 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely stroked a few out to her
That's good.
when I was young.
For those of you who are listening, fortunately, this is an X-rated.
Don't worry, I always put it for not for children.
I won't
not-
go into detail,
not-
obviously.
Thank you.
but
Everyone's probably saying the same thing.
Well, if it helps,
God, thank you.
I always wondered though if like her and Pat ever got it on. I
definitely.
guarantee they did.
Definitely.
He tried, but he's like a little rodent.
He's like 4 foot tall,
yeah,
right?
he's like a little rodent. Not to be like a jerk to say that, but
Yeah, I mean, you think he didn't pull like the
no,
Ed
she's
McMahon,
way-
like if
oh
you
my
want to keep
God.
this job, like
she's way above his pay, like way above his. Come on.
Well, look, what's his
at
name
her.
did it right.
And actually, I think she was
Bob
married.
Barker. Bob Barker just rotated him out.
oh yeah, I mean, once they started complaining, then he just like
Well,
he
see ya.
hit the road, kid.
Yeah, he
Price is wrong, bitch.
he's the Harvey Firestone. Or whatever.
Yeah, Harvey.
Yeah, Firestone.
No, I don't think so. He was always a legit guy.
No, he caught a couple of lawsuits there, Barker, at the end of his shift.
What? Were you keeping track?
Well, yeah, I just
TMZ?
I've seen it. I heard about it.
Like during his fight with Billy Madison? Or wait, would that be Gilmore?
No, not during that particular
all right.
scene. But maybe in the back scene.
He's got to be like 100.
Is he still alive?
I don't know if he's still alive.
I think he is.
I
think
mean,
he is.
Yeah, I mean he's still one of the producers of that show, so I'm guessing
bought
he's
in.
still.
Unfortunately, we lost Alex
He's
Trebek.
getting residuals.
Yep, Alex Trebek is gone.
You know what's kind of freaky though? I like I like to cook Sunday morning breakfast, and when I'm cooking breakfast, I have a Alexa Echo, and I say, Alexa, play Jeopardy, and Alex Trebek's voice still comes on to this day. And I was like, oh, that's the ghost of Alex Trebek.
Ooh, from beyond the grave.
Maybe I want that job.
There you go.
I'm gonna, now that what's her name from Big Bang was the.
Yeah, then I guess you didn't
Mayan
want it,
Black, or whatever her name. I don't know her name.
Oh,
Today's
Blossom.
Today's
Yeah,
her birthday,
that's all I
actually.
Oh, happy birthday, Blossom.
Today's her birthday. She's
How would
46
you
years
know
old.
that?
Because I saw it on the Twitter.
See, that's your first mistake.
The Twitter. At least he knows what Twitter is.
No, he shouldn't. It's your first mistake. It's terrible.
He called it the Twitter.
I love the Twitter.
Let's not go there right now.
The Twitter
I
is-
don't want to talk about the whatever.
Hey, everything is the.
No, it's not.
Like
The Kmart's.
Yeah, like I
my
said.
mom, the Kmart's.
I
Did
always
she really
said
say that?
every-
What about
Yes,
the blue light
yeah.
special?
Probably.
No, we used to go to the Kmart when I was a kid. Where I come from a very small town. So everything was the, because there was only one of them. Yeah. So everything was the.
The
It was-
auto
it
parts
was-
store.
yeah.
The hardware store.
The Arby's.
No,
the
see, no,
KFC.
that doesn't work. No, see, the hardware store, the diner, the whatever works. The Arby's does not work.
No,
Speaking
it was
about the diner, what about Dwaynesburg?
Dwaynesburg.
Why, what happened?
Oh,
The guy he
Oh,
killed his wife.
Shit.
oh, damn.
I
Yeah.
did hear. Are we going to talk about that?
We
I mean,
can
I
if you
hear-
want. I mean,
barely. I'm
it's-
like, I don't know.
we
if
don't
I
really
wanna
talk about dark stuff, but
That was kind of
horrible
gnarly.
things that people do. I'm like, this isn't like.
all right. On the brighter side of
Yeah,
things,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
You were
Don't make
asking
us
me-
regret this this choice.
you were asking me before the break or during the break what if I've had anything. I told you as of late I've been drinking Adirondack Brewing's Saratoga
Yes.
Lager.
Adirondack Brewing Company in Lake George.
Yes,
Where we were.
Yes.
phenomenal. I love all
We'll
that
tell
beer.
a story. Scott and I, who's on the thing with us, we took a ride up to Lake George. He called me up. He's like, hey, let's go take a ride. I'm like, why not? We'll cruise up to Lake George. We'll grab lunch. We'll do whatever. He wanted to shop at the what's it called?
The outlet.
He wanted to
Oh,
shop
the
the
outlets,
outlets
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
The
woman.
Adidas outlet.
Yeah.
but he wanted to go shopping, I guess, quotation marks.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm just going for the ride so I can eat some food. I don't
Yeah.
give two
Where'd you eat?
somethings about. Well,
we-
either way, where we ate was like I wanted to say, like, you know, I used to live up there, and it used to be a
Oh,
great
nice.
time. And he's like, hey, let's go to Duffy's. Just
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
hang out for a second, have a beer. And so we went right up to Lake George. We cruised right through town, stopped at Duffy's, and like we parked, and we were getting ready to go inside. And there was some guy that had just come out of the door of the entrance and was walking around. He saw us. He's like, hey, what's up? We're like, hey, we just want, we're just coming down here to have a drink and this and that. He's like, well, we're closed. I'm like, oh man,
Off
That-
season?
No.
They're closed every Tuesday apparently.
Oh, that's weird.
whatever day it was.
And I had to use the facilities, so I was like, hey man, can I at least just use the bathroom?
Yeah.
And he's like, why'd you guys come in and have a beer?
There we go.
No joke.
Yeah.
He let us come in, and he let Scott do whatever his business was. But we went in there and sat at the bar, and he let us have a beer. And I told him that I had worked, in Lake George when I was younger. And he told me, he's like, oh my God, I was working here at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And, oh yeah, he's like, it was his dad's place.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So he had been working. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and like he definitely was like, oh my God, you've been here like before, like years ago, like allow me to let you guys come in here and drink beer. And I was just like, wow, that's really cool.
That's awesome.
That you're closed and you're letting us
Yeah.
like hang out and drink beer like on a like old school that I told you I used to hang out here 20 years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, he's a super cool guy too. Like,
really nice guy.
Had a bunch of old stories from like when the place first opened and whatnot. Like telling us about like when his dad like first opened the place. His dad had never worked in a bar, owned a bar,
Wow.
even, or didn't even drink when he opened the
Serious,
place.
true story.
And then they ended up like bartending all night long, and his wife was mad at him, and he did it until like he couldn't do it anymore and gave it all to his son.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but dude was
But it was
super
always
cool.
one of the best bars in
For
Lake
sure.
George.
Duffy's. What's
Always.
King Neptune's or
Neptune's Pub was always a big one.
Yeah.
Shepherd's Cove.
yeah.
The Boardwalk.
Yep.
Christie's. I mean, I'm really.
You know
dating
more
my-
than yeah.
Well, I lived
But I mean,
there.
when I
I
was a
lived
kid,
there when I was, in college between
I was gonna say, yeah.
semesters. I lived there. John Barleycorns was there. Elmo's was still there. I mean, like, whatever.
There used to be so many great places.
It was a really great time back then.
Yeah.
It was a
It
lot of
is a
fun.
really just like great little town. I love it up there. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I would never want to live there, but just to pop in there
For the
like
summer.
just to pop in there for the afternoon, like maybe spend 2 days there and then get the heck back out of town. Like that's a sweet spot right there.
The town I was in New Hampshire, Wolfsboro, it reminded me a lot of Lake George.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Yeah. It's a small little town, a couple little bars, ice cream places. You're right on the lake.
I like ice cream.
I love ice cream.
It's beautiful.
I
There's
still have
Castle.
I still have ice cream in your freezer.
I ate it.
Damn you!
You used to have ice cream.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Dude.
I still have a
Ice cream
cigar.
in my
I still have a
freezer.
cigar in your boat.
What's that?
I still have a cigar in your boat.
Oh, I don't know if that's there still.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
probably,
be honest with you. I
that's
just
probably
covered it
wa-
up.
Yeah.
That's
And
probably
it took me,
waterlogged
like,
anyway.
my fiance's like, we have to cover up the boat. I'm like, that translates into
Taking it out.
I have to cover up. the
Yeah.
boat.
and take it out. And
Yeah.
Tomorrow's gonna be like
and-
60.
and-
Yeah. No, the boat's out of the water. Thank God already. You know what though? My latest getting the boat out of the water, December 3rd.
Well, that's awesome. That's not awesome. That's
Not
bad.
that boat.
Yeah.
Well, another boat. I know. Yeah. Like
What about the
There
one
was
that?
ice.
What about the one that you let sink?
that wasn't my boat.
But it was still on your dock.
It wasn't my boat. I was not responsible for said sinking boat.
Oh my God, that boat's sinking. It's not my boat.
Whatever, not my boat.
Well,
That's
all
not my
let's not
boat.
get into that boat.
Oh man.
No, not getting into that story.
No, I don't think you probably should. Because there's other people that probably don't appreciate you for that story.
I'm sure people don't appreciate me all the time.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone's the bad guy in someone's story.
Like, yeah, nobody's the bad
I'm
guy in
always
their
the
own
bad
head.
guy.
Even criminals aren't the bad guy in their head.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
But
I mean,
they should be.
I've done some shit, and I'm like, yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, me too.
Not me. I've never done anything wrong. I've done illegal stuff, but never anything wrong.
It was like I saw this one meme not too long ago. It was like, have you ever like walked away from a conversation and been like, yeah, that was not my best performance?
All the time.
Yeah.
I work in a bar.
The other day I was driving down Erie Boulevard on my way to work, and I was just going underneath the railroad tracks, and it occurred to me that I needed gas, and I was in the right lane.
Under the railroad tracks?
Yeah, just passing underneath the railroad tracks.
Oh, by the stewards.
Yeah, right by Mike's Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was actually heading towards the new gas station there, Farm Fresh, Family Fresh, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Fresh Foods, Fresh Market, whatever it is.
All fresh.
All fresh.
Or whatever the fuck
All
it
town.
is.
All Town.
All town, thank you. Well, we all screwed
We
it
all
up.
figured it out.
You figured it out.
We're the worst.
I had every part of that name wrong.
With our
screwed it up too.
with all of our words combined.
We're the worst.
Anyway, I'm driving down Erie Boulevard. I'm going to stop in there and get some gas. And this green dump truck, it pulls up next to me, and then all of a sudden decides to just come into my lane. Now, I'm far enough next to this truck. He's coming up and passing me. I don't know how he doesn't see me, but he just starts to come over. And I start to go into the curb, and I slam on my brakes, and he comes all the way over. And he's got his directional on, but I was next to the guy, and he didn't turn it on until he was already like turning. So I would have let him in. No big deal. I mean, a little bit of a big deal. I almost crashed my car. So I pull into the gas station,
Nismo?
and this guy the Nismo. He pulls up right next to me, and I get out of my car. He's jumping out of the truck. He's facing the opposite direction, so both our doors are facing each other. And I was like, "Hey, man, next time, take a look at your mirrors before you switch lanes." Excuse me? Make sure you take a look at your mirrors before you change lanes. I'm just saying, like, you almost put me into a curb. That's why I got insurance. Well, first of all, to go and get a new car right now is almost impossible because chips and it's just ridiculous. And then you're going to pay a lot of money for it. Neither here nor there.
That's a super cool attitude.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got his company's name on the side of the truck. So I'm like, if I really wanted to be a jerk, I would call them up and just be like, this guy who's driving this truck is a jerk. So I say, hey, man, you are representing this company here. You should represent your company a little bit better. And he's like, it's my fucking company. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Okay, conversation done. I'm not,
Fair enough.
Yeah. And so he's walking into All Fresh. I'm using All Market, All whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I'm paying by card out at the pump. He comes back out, staring me down, goes on the other side of the truck, and then in between like the bed or the dump part of the truck and the cab, there's like a half, like maybe 8 inches or whatever, half foot, and he's looking at me. He's yelling at me through I realize, I'm like, excuse me, what? And he's just like yelling at me. I was like, look, man, there's kids trying to get to school right now. There's people trying to get to work right now safely. I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving you a polite, please pay attention to what you're doing. And he just continues to yell and scream at me. Now, in this guy's mind, how dare
I think it was Pete.
What's that?
Never mind.
It's a green pickup truck.
Thank God he'll
I
never
heard-
listen to this.
I heard what you said.
He won't listen to this.
It's a
so
green.
It's, not a big
It's a
deal.
green dump truck.
It definitely wasn't Pete.
All right.
No, I'm just joking.
Wait, Eric's brother? It's not Eric's brother.
No, stop it. Oh, now you really ruined it.
Oh.
I hope he doesn't listen to
it's
this
over.
now.
We're all dead.
Oh, yeah, we're all in big trouble.
But yeah. Anyway, long story short, the guy was just like. So we were talking about you can never do anything. You're always the bad guy, and that guy. He went on and told that story that day. Probably.
He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I met this guy. He's like, I was just trying to get gas. This guy was a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, the Nismo.
If I did that to
How
somebody,
dare
Yes,
he?
I love the Nismo
How
part.
dare he yell at me while I'm just out breaking my balls, trying to get my nut.
God forbid.
This guy in his button down and his gelled hair wants to tell me my job.
Yep, that's
Fuck.
exactly what he thought.
Fuck this guy.
Dude, it's like literally exactly what he thought.
for a split second, I thought about going in and going, "Hey, man, let me buy your coffee."
Or for a split second, you should hit him with a fucking
I think he would have swung at me.
with a Twisted Tea can.
You know,
That's a little overboard.
You know how you ended the conversation? You have a bad attitude. Have a nice day.
Well, at least he told you to have a nice day.
I know, but he was being condescending.
Hey, at least he ended it on a high note.
I also had a situation this weekend over at Uncle Sam's. I have a bunch
Sam's,
of
the candy
at the
place.
candy
candy
shop?
place. I'm not
What?
going to get into it. It was
No, wait. What went awry at the candy shop?
So
It's a
Everyone's in the
candy shop.
best mood ever.
You're
at the
buying
candy
candy.
Yeah, you're getting candy. How can you be in a bad
I
mood
mean,
getting
think about
candy?
when we bought candy. I bought 30 fucking pounds
Yeah,
of candy.
yeah.
when's the last time you've been to Uncle Sam's? By the way, I had to go.
No, it's been
I was there. I was there
probably
6
17
months ago.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
4 dozen years.
So, like, Mike, I have a bunch of family that's from Schenectady that moved to Texas. I'm going to Texas for Christmas, so my girlfriend's like, "Hey, why don't we bring them something from Schenectady that they'll remember and enjoy?" So that you know that brittle, the butter brittle, the almond butter brittle stuff that they make that they're famous for.
Like peanut brittle?
It's not peanut brittle. It's like it's kind of like peanut brittle, but it's not peanut. There's no peanuts in it.
I know
what you're talking
brittle
about.
bark.
Yeah,
Vaguely.
it's got it's a
Yeah,
brittle
brittle
bark
bark.
with the almond
called like bark.
dusted on top. Yeah, exactly. So I bought a bunch of that. I bought like probably $150 worth of that.
Jesus.
They're like it's
Whoa.
$20.
Did you have to have help getting to your car?
It's $20 a
I was
pound.
gonna say
No, it's $20. A little thing like this is $20.
Dang.
$25 or
What
whatever.
about?
It is.
What,
Can I have that ashtray?
Jess, you can.
So yeah, I walked in. I apparently offended the lady when I walked in because I guess I wasn't wearing a mask when I walked in.
Well,
There was the mandate hadn't gone into effect yet. This was on Saturday, and there's no sign on the door. So let me ask you this: if you go to a place and they have a sign on the door, like you put a mask on, no, you'd like, right?
I would think that would be the way.
That's
to,
what I would do it.
Handle it.
But if they don't have a sign on the door, do you just walk in without a mask on?
No, you
Absolutely.
punch somebody on the way out.
As I walked in, she just started yelling and screaming at me, and I was like, "Ma'am, calm
See?
down. I
Should have punched somebody on the way out.
got a mask right here." I almost left, but I was just like, "I'm not gonna let this. I'm not getting emotional over stuff like that."
So the last time I was there, I will tell you this quick story. It involves a mask. I had one on when we went in because it was required, and I got some maple candies, like a little box of maple candies, and I like ordered a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I cannot wait to eat one of these." And she's like, "Don't do it," and I was like, "Okay." And then like while she had her back turned, like I took one out of the box and I like pulled my mask down and threw it in my mouth, pulled my mask back up, and then like she turns around, she sees me chewing, and she's like, "You did it!" She was like so mad at me. I'm like,
legitimately mad, right?
I was like, I just pulled
She screamed at me.
I pulled the mask out and just like threw it in, and it landed in my mouth. Like I didn't pull the mask down or anything. I promise. She's like, "No, you did it. I know you did it. I told you not to." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
She was screaming at me, like just like yelling
It
at me.
seems weird.
It was a weird situation.
Oh, they're kind of weird there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said, excuse me. So we go through the rest of the rest of the time we're there. I don't say a word, and then we're going through the transaction. She's not saying anything. I'm like, thank God this conversation's over. Don't gotta worry about it. And she's like, thank you again for putting your mask on. And I'm like, lady, I am sick and tired of people getting emotional and mad over stuff like this. Just put a sign on your door. If you have a sign on your door, we would have put a sign on our door, but our printer's not working. Do you not have like markers, crayons, something that you can just write?
Have you heard of a pen and paper?
Yeah, and like we had this conversation earlier in the podcast. Not going to rehash it.
All right,
but I'm just saying, as far as like the whole mask mandate goes, it's just if somebody wants me to do it, I'm going to do it. If nobody tells me I have to do it, I'm not going to do it. Right now, it's a mandate. We have to do it. We have to have our masks on.
We suck.
Unless we're sitting down enjoying a beer like we are right now.
We are.
I've decided I'm not going to go to places that require me to have a mask.
My God, thank God, because these guys can't come in our place.
Yeah, jerk.
Jesus, and ditch the geek we're with.
Wait, what happens? What happens if you hurt yourself and you have to go to the emergency room?
I'm going on the ambulance, and I'm going to pretend I'm in a coma.
Taping a mask on you.
If they put one on me, they put one on me, but it's not my choice.
Speaking of the emergency room, I was also there over the weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
let's
Jess,
hear this story.
Beautiful Jess. We were leaving a Friday night. We were leaving Saturday night. We were leaving a Christmas party, and it was out in like the East Greenbush area. It's a small like little neighborhood. They don't have sidewalks. They have like a ditch. So as we're walking out and it's dark outside, she sees the ditch and she's like, oh, I don't remember them having a sidewalk. They have a sidewalk? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no. But as I turn my head to say no, all I see, it looked like she dropped her cell phone down into the ditch because her cell phone was lit up. But then I realized that she wasn't standing there anymore. She was gone.
She just disappeared.
She disappeared.
Into a gully.
She fled like a startled deer.
Yeah, and then she wrecked her ankle. So now she's walking around with a bite on her bite. Yeah, wrecked her.
Damn near killed her.
The way she was screaming, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So that involved a trip to the emergency room. And she was my DD.
Oh. Well, no. Now the ambulance driver was your DD.
Ugh.
What's that?
I said ugh.
Oh, by the way, did you ever get your new Ugg boots this year?
Did I what now?
The Ugg boots that you were wearing last year, didn't they wear out?
I don't wear Ugg
Aren't
boots.
you going to get new ones this year?
That's for women.
No.
I don't have Ugg
I'm
boots.
pretty sure. Oh, no, those are the Croc boots that you had.
No, stop it. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying, eliminate it right now.
No, cut this.
Little does he know, I stopped editing a long time ago.
Actually, little does he know, I stopped recording a while ago.
Do you have your matches, or can I have a lighter? Somehow I let my cigar
He's
go out.
got a lighter.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
You're amazing, David.
Not.
Did you ever find my orange slicker? No.
Dude.
Still no. It's been over a year.
No.
It was from the first 15 to platinum.
No, I think somebody took it or something.
Is his name Dave?
No.
The last time I saw it was in your car.
Well, now we're talking about a completely different subject that I have nothing.
Well, we were on fashion, so I'm just going with the fashion.
You have no fashion whatsoever.
What are you talking about? The fall collection
Dude, stop.
is amazing.
Not even close.
Everyone loves it.
I haven't had a shirt with pearls on it since the 80s. And the 80s are coming back, right? No, it's the 90s are coming
I'm
back.
bringing it all back.
There you go.
Yep. Good luck with that.
Full cowboy.
Did you get the boots?
I got the Ariats.
It's got the boots.
I got the boots on.
That's impressive.
I have the buffalo fur Stetson hat right over there.
There you go.
I have no comment. I can't come to the table with anything.
Do you have any elk skin gloves in your back pocket?
I do not, unfortunately.
Well, it's not like you're working with barbed wire. You'll be all right.
No, and it's barbed wire.
I said barb, right?
You said Bob.
I didn't say bob. I probably did.
It's Barb's husband.
That wasn't my greatest performance.
Bob is Barb's husband. Bob Wire, a little harsher than Barb. Barb will at least make you a pie after.
I gotta get rid of the cigar soon. I don't want it.
Just throw it in the ashtray.
I don't want it.
yourself out.
I want to keep smoking it.
All right, well then don't get rid of it.
It's gonna burn me.
Well then throw it in the ashtray. I can get you
No.
a toothpick so you can have it like.
Oh, there we go.
You know that could work out if you want. I'll go grab one right now.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
I feel like my time here has grown stale,
Has it?
so I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail.
All right. That's super cool. You and Sparky.
Scrappy,
Oh, what? What is it?
shady, shrimpy, scrimpy, scrumpy.
What are you guys talking about?
My Jeep.
Oh,
Our friend has a Jeep that
Yes.
he likes to refer to as a certain name, and I can't remember it all the time. I
Ever.
think it's
It's Scrappy.
Scrappy?
It's Scrappy. Yes.
does everybody name their Jeeps?
I like Sparky.
Yes.
What is CJ's Jeep's name?
CJ.
State Trooper. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's got the snorkel on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think his has got the angled back to it.
Yeah, he has the slope back.
I seen him a couple months ago. He dropped his Jeep off to get some work on getting something done.
I mean, that's what you do when you have a Jeep. You're always getting something done to it.
Yeah. So do you do those mudding trails and
Yes.
you have to bring extra parts in case something breaks? You got to fix it right on the spot.
Basically, I mean tools, not necessarily like extra parts, but tools.
Like
Like I
Steve.
try to bring Dave with me.
Speaking of tools,
So I was talking to Steve King. He showed me a video of him and his buddies going mudding. And Steve King is he's on Q103. He does the afternoon shift, I think. He's a big Jeep guy, and he was showing me videos of up in Lake George somewhere, and his buddy had snapped something, and somebody's like, "Oh, I got this part. Well, I got this part. I got a bushing for you. All right." And they three guys put it together, was able to fix it right on the spot, and they went right back to going.
I need to hang out with guys like that because I don't have any spare parts.
Or friends.
I just have a couple of tools or friends. I mean, besides you two guys, and
not even then.
Hey, that's not nice. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, bro.
We're all out of here.
Yeah, we are.
Screw this.
We're gonna end the show.
All right.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
You get and get home.
All right. I think the rust is shaking off. Next time we'll have a guest or something.
I want to say goodbye to everybody who might listen to this. Bye-bye.